Hi YouTube and friends, today we are going to see a React application which uses a special grid which is data tables under the hood and is very user friendly and convenient to fit into any React applications, may it be industry applications or your own personal applications. So let's see the application that we are going to discuss in this video. Here's the search box and here's the table, as you can see, and the table you got highlighting as per the CSS which is installed also. So you can see, let me type Toyota. The Toyota is filtered out. This is called a global filter. So if I put 35,000, so you can see 35,000. Then if I put date 09, you can see that is sorted out, right? Or filtered out. Actually this is called filter. Sorting I'll show you now. This is called sorting. Can you see? This is sorting. All the tables, columns are sortable, as you can see, ascending or descending order, you can see it. And another good feature which I didn't find so easily in any technical documentation is that this is a date filter which is called a range filter. You can see that we got dates from 9 to 12. So let's use a range of November 1st until November 30. So everything is filtered out, right? So if I choose, let's say 10 only, 1 to 10, you can see 9 is coming. So if I choose 11, you can see that 9 and 10 are coming. This is called range filter. And this is another good feature here, which is reset. If I reset, everything will reset. Let's type Toyota here and I reset. It is reset the search box as well as the date. So if I want to choose, let's say 11, only 11 is filtered out. And end date also, if I choose 11, you can see 11 coming on. So reset. This is what we are going to see, guys. So hopefully this will be useful for your applications. May it be industry applications or any suitable applications that you want to feed in the data table. So this is the code, guys. So let me close this. And you can see here I am in Visual Studio Code, and you can see here the dates. Just two files only, the dates and of course the app.js. And item 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are many of my experiment that I have done. You can get it from the GitHub repo, and what you can do is, here I have put dates. If you want to check on item 4, item 3 like that, you just bring it here and run it. So you will be able to see what is inside that. This is my free time experiments and researches that I have done. You can still use that, but the main file is dates. As you can see, I have loaded dates. So let's go into the dates file. Dates file, you can see that we are loading all the CSS and also AG Grid React. And if you can see here, the most important packages that you need to install is AG Grid React, and that's all. Everything will come from the sub functions of or sub components of AG Grid React. So you just install AG-Grid-React with npm on yarn or yarn. And one more important thing I wanted to show here is that in the start, if you put set port is 3200 or any port which you like, then when the React script starts, it will automatically go into 3200, as you can see. So that is a very beautiful information for you guys. If you want to run away from the conventional 3000 port, then you use this method, set port equal to 3200, and then you React script start. Okay, so that is about installation. And then let's look into the taste.js in a more deeper way. So we are importing all the hooks of React as listed here, and then we are importing AG-Grid React because that is the main table-like structure for AG-Grid. As you can see, let me go to the AG-Grid React and show you that. You can see here, this is where the definitions of the table come. Okay, so you'll have a reference which is grid reference, and row data is what we see here. This is the row data, and then column definitions, of course, is you have to define the columns, what are the columns there. And then on grid ready, this is very important, guys. On grid ready, if not, maybe you won't be able to see the table populated in the browser. So on grid ready is very important function of AG grid. And then let's go through the data, row data, and there's a few use state hooks which is described here, as you can see. And then row data is what we see here in the browser. Columns is defined. This make must tally with this make is a field. Let's just put makes and see what is going to happen. So there should be one-to-one correspondence there, and you can see this is gone, right? So that's what I am trying to say. You have to one-to-one correspondence here. The make must tally with make. That's the reference. And then model is there, which is model. And then filter, you can put like this. Actually, you can delete this because we won't be using date filter in all the columns. Okay, I save this. Later I'll update in the Git repo. So you can see everything is functioning. Let's see again. Let me choose Ford this time. Ford is coming. I reset and I choose, let's say 11. I get 11. So everything is working. Okay. Now what I want to say here is that this is default column definition. So we'll have a flex one, and then sortable is true. So if you set sortable as false, let's try that. FALSE, I'm setting sortable at false, and then I save it. You can see here that there's no sortable function coming. See, I click here, it's not coming. But the moment I change it to true, immediately you can see the sortable is coming. So that is where you control the sortable, and suppress menu is true. So if you suppress menu as false, you can see a menu pop up here. You can see here a menu, right? So that is what you can see, greater than or equal to. So for many applications, we may not want this type of detailed menu. So you just put suppress menu as true, and then that will vanish off. See, there's no more there. Okay, and then this is get filter type is for the date sorting. That means you can see here few conditions. Start date is not equal to empty. That means there is a data for start date and end date has a data. Then we return get filter type as in range. Else if start date is not equal to, that means end date is given, then that is equals. So these definitions you can get from AG grid. And you can open the documentation of AG grid and see. I'll show you later. So guys, this is the AG grid documentation. As you can see here, this supports, from the logos you can see Vue, React and Angular, and of course the vanilla JavaScript. So if you switch to any of these, you'll be able to see the corresponding codes for all these. So all these four major frameworks are supported. Very good documentation. That's what I like about AG Grid. Very easy to implement. And then let's go to the reset. So Control F, RESET, reset. So you can see here, reset me. That is the file, the function I have put here. So we can see what is reset me doing. It is setting start date as 0, 0 means empty, end date as empty, and then searching reference, search reference, which is the reference data which we put here. The search reference is made to empty, and on filter text box is changed. That is what is being called here. So when we call this under reset, what will happen is that filter value, the target filter value, as you can see. So let's copy this, and you can check here. This is the ID. So this input also is null or emptied. So that's what is happening when we click reset. So the button looks simple, right? But there are a lot of coding going on under the hood. So that's what I am trying to show you. And then we have a use effect, which shows that if start date and end date has a clash, then start date should be before end date. So let's try that. So let me click the start date as today, which is 19th, and the end date as 8. So it is showing a prompt. Start date should be before the end date. So that's what we saw here. So you can customize it as and when you wanted it. The coding portion is limited not to this. It's quite unlimited. The sky is the limit, guys. So you go and see the documentation. It's a huge documentation, a lot of examples they are giving for all these 4 frameworks. So I would highly recommend that you use AG Grid in your future applications, which is very user friendly and nice application. And they have a paid version also. So if you want, you can go for the paid version. I didn't look at it, but the open version itself is very good. The community support is huge and tremendous. You can see a lot of tweaks and tricks. Many people are suggesting as and when you need it, you just Google and you can go to the links that Google points to you for those requirements. So overall, this is a very wonderful application, as you can see. So I reset, I can get back everything. So guys, one more important thing is that when you do this type of range filtering, make sure that you convert the date into text format, because that is what is working very good as of now, what I see through my research. So try to convert it as a text data, even though the database is giving it as a date string or a date formatted value. You can convert it with popular JavaScript small functions to a string, and then only this is working very efficiently. That is about date. So this is one of the difficult portions, and you have a ready-made code in my GitHub. Please free to use it, fork it, and then give 5-star ratings for my GitHub. And also I would request you to please subscribe my channel if you find this useful and helpful. Your support is very much welcomed. Thank you very much, and we will meet in yet another video. With that, this is Raj from Penang Teams. Thank you very much, guys.